Hello everyone, welcome back to Scared to Death for Fun. My name is Brendan, and today is a review of the 2024 film Trap by M. Night Shyamalan. At the time of recording this, it is Friday, August 2nd. I saw it last night, Thursday night, with my partner. I don't like it. I'm so sorry. I'm really not a fan of this film. To start, I want to try to keep it as spoiler-free as I can, and then I will quickly dive into spoilers. I feel like to fully talk about this film, I just have to spoil it. In my opinion, not a lot happens, so that's why I feel like I have to spoil what does happen to even talk about this film. So right off the bat, one of my grievances is it doesn't feel like a lot happens in this film. In my opinion, this film is one of the most glaring instances of the trailer spoils the whole movie. If you even just know the concept, you have watched over half of the movie. And I was just expecting more from it. Knowing that it's M. Night Shyamalan, I was expecting a twist. I even made like a TikTok and a short about what I was hypothesizing the twist to be, and I didn't have to be correct. I didn't have to be right. I'm not disappointed that my hypothesis was correct or not. I think part of the fun of film is that you can subvert expectations, and especially with M. Night Shyamalan, I think that he has a good amount of twists that are well executed within his films. I feel like this film, for me, was just a big miss. To start out with some positives, though, before I just rip into it, I think that this film was very well acted with the material that was given. In my opinion, I think it is the material. Salika, which is M. Night Shyamalan's daughter, I thought she did a good job, even though I know some of the criticism for this film is that M. Night Shyamalan just made it to give his daughter a platform. I thought that she did a good job, in my opinion. I don't think anybody acted poorly in this film. I think some choices were made in the direction and the writing that weren't the best. So yeah, overall, it was a little clunky. I saw this film with my partner, and a consensus that we both came to was that nothing really changed by the end of the movie. There is one thing has changed by the end of the film, but it's very minor. Like our main characters, everything that our main character is basically kind of fighting and going through, nothing happens. There's no lesson learned, there's no journey, nothing changes. It felt like I just watched an hour and 45 minutes of the trailer. Well, I'll do an hour of the trailer. The plot takes place in this concert. So there are things that happen after said concert. And so that takes up the second half of the movie. I feel like I have been talking about this movie for months. I saw the first trailer when I saw Abigail. I didn't even know M. Night Shyamalan was making a film. And I'm a fan of M. Night Shyamalan. I genuinely enjoyed clearly The Sixth Sense. I enjoy Signs and The Village and even The Visit and Split and the whole Unbreakable series. I like all of those films. But this, I don't even know if this is controversial, but I think this is my least favorite M. Night Shyamalan film. It just, nothing happened. It wasn't tense. It wasn't suspenseful. It wasn't thrilling. It was just boring. And that's almost the worst thing that a film can be, in my opinion. I did end up giving it 2 stars because there is there's a few twists and turns that it takes that I did enjoy, but it fizzles out very quickly. Okay, with that, I think it's time to get into spoilers because I just need to talk about the positives and then more negative aspects of this film. Basically, the whole first hour of the film is taking place in the concert, and nothing changes from the trailer. Literally, everything that you see in the trailer happens in the movie. And one of my biggest critiques, okay, I understand M. Night Shyamalan makes PG-13 horror movies. I don't think he's made any R-rated film. I get that. But you can still make a damn scary and thrilling movie at PG-13. To have your film center around a serial killer nicknamed The Butcher, there was 0 killing and gore in this film. And I'm not expecting gore, okay? I understand goriness and bloody and bleh is R rating. It's jumping that line. But literally, no one died in this film. and he's a serial killer. No one died. And in the trailer, the scene does happen. He puts the glass in the fryer and it shoots up at her, but she's like only burned and she doesn't die. I don't even think she was cut up. And that is the only thing that the butcher does the whole film. That is the only murdery thing that he does. He threatens. So the only other thing that he does is, like you also see in the film, he has a phone that has a surveillance camera of his most current victim that he's like just holding on to. And the only other horrific thing that he does is threaten to poison this man with carbon monoxide. That's it. So to me, maybe that was just my expectations, but if you're going to have a film centered around a serial killer nicknamed The Butcher, have him kill someone. Like, you don't have to show it, but have him, like, kill somebody in a janitor's closet. That didn't sit right in my spirit. Have some, like, people have died in his movies before. In Split, a girl gets eaten. A girl literally gets eaten. James McAvoy eats a girl. Spoilers for Split, sorry. It's been out for years now. But we can do anything with The Butcher. I'm sorry. That's a mini rant. To the thing that I did enjoy, Josh Hartnett as the Butcher does a good job manipulating the people at the concert. He ends up being able to get his daughter on stage because the only way that he thinks that he'll be able to escape the arena is through backstage, because that's what the employee has told him. This is like an hour into the film, by the way. It's like over halfway, I'm almost positive. It feels like we're at the concert for a very long time. The singer is going to say goodbye to them before they leave, and every door, even the backstage door now, has cops at it. So he takes the singer into her dressing room in private and is like, I'm the one you're looking for. I'm the one you're looking for. He shows her the victim, and he basically says, I will kill this guy if you do not let us ride in your limo and get us out of here. That I loved. At that point, I was kind of just vibing with the film. I was keeping my mind open. I was like, okay, this isn't really doing anything new right now. But when he admitted to her and started to like blackmail her or like hold this hostage over her head and put the blood on her like conscience, I was like, okay, film is about to ramp up. This is about to get good. It's about to get juicy. And I love that choice. It made sense narratively. It was creating the first bit of tension of the film. I was seated and ready for it to go. And from that moment on, for the next 20 minutes, it's pretty good because they do end up leaving in the limo. And then in the limo, the singer is trying to find a way to basically out this man as the Butcher. And she's like, oh, can we go to your house, Kaylee? That's the daughter's name. And that was so crazy because the Butcher's like, I don't want you to come to my house. Like, he's freaking out in his head. And so they go to the house, and then the whole family is there. While the singer, her name's Lady Raven, by the way. I will call her Lady Raven. When Lady Raven is at this family's house, she steals the man's phone, the Butcher's phone. And so she goes live on her own phone and is talking to the hostage on the Butcher's phone. And the hostage gives her, like, he says, I'm in a house with a blue door and it's near a broken lion statue. So she goes live and is like, are any of my followers know this? So I enjoyed that scene as well. Then they were able to basically find him and rescue the hostage. So another reason the hostage didn't die. But we're able to rescue the hostage. But then the Lady Raven is still locked in the bathroom and she screams through the door, your husband's the Butcher. And once that happened, I was kind of over it. Basically, from that moment on, the family is all like, oh my, like, what? Oh my God, he's the Butcher. Very unrealistically and believably, he escapes through a tunnel to the neighbor's house and somehow takes out the driver of the limo without anybody seeing, which I don't know how the fuck that happened. And I thought the family was in the limo with Lady Raven, but then he's just holding Lady Raven hostage. And from this moment on, it's just very contrived. So I wasn't really vibing with it. The moments from when the Butcher confesses to the singer that he is the Butcher to when she is in the bathroom and tells the family that he's the Butcher, that was the best, 20 minutes of the film. Everything before, we saw in the trailer, and everything after is contrived. And that's how I feel. That's literally my thoughts about the film. It was just such a miss. I think that there were so many other avenues that we could have taken with it. And then, lastly, I will get into the M. Night Shyamalan twist. So, basically, the butcher, they find the hostage and Lady Raven ends up getting away. Everybody is safe and away, and the butcher comes back to his own home where his wife is, but the kids are not there. It's just him and his wife. And in that scene, we realize that the wife is the one that premeditated this whole scheme because she had a hunch that her husband was the butcher. So it's like the wife's fault. And then in that same scene, the wife finds the husband's poison that he uses on the victims and poisons him. In this scene, they... Like the intelligence of M. Night Shyamalan's characters in this film is laughable because as a serial killer, his wife is confessing to basically like, I did it. And first of all, he didn't realize that his wife did it. First of all, and his wife is confessing to him, and then he's gonna kill her, and she's like, wait, let's finish the pie. What? Finish the pie, bitch! What? And then he eats it and she poisoned it. Duh! Like, what? I knew it was poison. I was like, I wouldn't have eaten it. I don't know how he killed for 7 years and didn't think that the pie would be fucking poisoned. Like, I was sitting there and that is like the climax of the film. So basically he gets poisoned, then he gets up, and oh God, so much is just being unearthed in me from this film. Another side note, then this is another M. Night Shyamalan rant. Josh Hartnett's character has mommy issues. So it teeters on having mental issues and a mental illness. So in that scene when he's drugged, he sees his mother down the hallway and his mother's like, come closer. And then they tase him, which why wouldn't they just fucking shoot him at this point? He confessed. They know he's the butcher. Why are you tasing him? Shoot him dead. Anyway. And they take him out in the car and he like hugs his daughter and he takes unknowingly he takes like a wire from her bike out front and then he uncuffs himself in the last scene. So nothing has changed. We're alluded to that he's going to escape the containment that he's in. So nothing changed. The only thing that changed in this film, the only thing that was affected was the fact that his family now knows that he's the butcher and like is disowning him. But other than that, he's still he's in captivity. Like he's in the back of this very armored truck, but he undid his handcuffs and he just starts laughing. So nothing's different. Nothing changed. Nothing was really done. To get back onto my rant for a minute, I feel like M. Night Shyamalan in a lot of his films, most of the ones I've seen, he has some character that has some mental illness, some mental disability. And I feel like this was alluded to with The Butcher because he has, I don't know if it's supposed to be, he definitely has OCD, which you see from the beginning scenes. But he also has these visions of his mother when he like does bad things to people or is thinking about doing bad things to people. And I mean, ultimately that's his downfall. But I didn't think that was needed at all. Just make him an awful human being and a killer. I feel like that was only added for that final scene where he is like, his mother's beckoning to him and coming near him. Like, oh God. I think the reason I feel so passionately about this is because it could have been so much better. Which from what I was expecting going in, I wasn't expecting anything to happen other than this father and daughter being at the concert. I thought the whole movie was going to be him trying to get out of the concert. But no, it's like him trying to get out of the stadium, which is what we knew going into the film, if you've seen the trailer. And he does get out. And then it's just his family finding out that he's the butcher. And then that's it. Like, nothing happens. And it's supposed to be a big twist that his wife knew, like, was suspecting that he was the butcher and set him up. And at that point, it didn't fucking matter. Like, I don't care. I just didn't care for it. And again, that's not to say that there aren't good qualities. Like I said, when he confesses to the singer and is like, "You're looking for me," I was like, oh, it's getting good. It's getting good. Oh, it's coming. It's getting good. And then they were taking home, and I was like, okay. And the singer was like, "I want to go to your house." And I was like, okay. And then she was like, "He's the butcher." And then the cops came, and it just became very contrived. Like, I don't know how he escaped. I don't know how he got into the limousine and was driving it. Then I don't know how he got back home. And then I didn't know how he didn't know that his wife poisoned the fucking pie. I don't even know what else to say. I feel like I have talked this to death. It really wasn't that thrilling. It wasn't tense. I know I am very emotional about this film, but it wasn't inherently awful because I watched it and I wasn't like ready to walk out, but it wasn't good at all. But yeah, like, comment, and subscribe. Have you seen Trap? Am I crazy? Am I not getting something? Because maybe it's just not my cup of tea. But if you've seen it and you like it, please comment down below and let me know what I missed. And like I said, if you want to see more, subscribe and give this video a like, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.